Good.
Hello. Tonight, we're going to
G'day.
focus on this pint of Guinness.
G'day,
Yum.
g'day. Hey, Brickles is in the chat. Hey, Matty, how you going, buddy? Good to see you, mate.
Put my Guinness in the freezer for an hour before the stream to make sure it was nice and cold.
Nice. Yeah, I love
Magic.
Guinness.
I do as well. How are you, sir?
Mate, I'm doing okay. Yeah, doing okay. We did catch up on Saturday night for the Hour of Power before our good buddy Adora Bill did her stream. And it was nice trying to get back in the, you know, get back into the swing of doing live streams again. So um, I am running on a little bit long in the tooth. Poor old Mrs. Taz's laptop, which doesn't get much use nowadays at all. But it's working. It's working. So touch wood. I can't actually. I'm afraid to do a share screen because if I do, I would have thought it might have crashed it. So that's why I didn't look at the DeLorean too much at all last night because I wanted to look at the images, but I was afraid of doing a share screen and crashing. So I'm like, okay, someone else has got a more powerful computer than me at the moment. So my PC is going to be a bit of a work in progress, but we're getting there. So yeah, managed to just get a bit of other house stuff done today. But I finished the Tumblr on GJBricks' Saturday night stream.
That didn't take you long.
No,
That
and
wasn't meant to sound mean or anything. I'm just like, it didn't take you long.
I honestly thought I'd be finishing it like tonight, like on your stream, but I was able to get because I was actually on Brooks Bricks' stream as well for a bit, and I got through bag one, and I finished bag two. So I thought, okay, well that I might have gotten through bag three on Hoosier's stream and then finish it on your stream. I blasted through bag 3 and 4, no problems. I'm like, okay. It was actually a really cool and fun build. I didn't think I'd enjoy it enough, but I did. I'm like, okay, this is really cool. So
yeah, no, it's an impressive little set. It's pretty solid, isn't it? That impressed me the most, given how many finicky bits are on the outside of it. It's solid.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the minifigs in there at the moment because I was worried of losing them or misplacing them. But there's plenty of room inside. It is. I'm digging it. I love this one. Am I going to get the real big expensive one? No. I'm fine with this one.
Do you know what? I've been looking at the big expensive one, and I'm like, do I really need it? Like,
no.
What am I going to do with it? I've got the Tim Burton Batmobile.
Yeah.
And I love the Tumbler, but I'm just like, when they release this, I'm like, I don't feel the need for the big one anymore.
Well, this little one's it's really not bad. I mean, the price point was good. I know it was a battle for me to get it because of just fortunes with a particular postal service and also a seller. In the end, we got there. Victory was finally had, but it's been it was definitely a fun build. I thought it would take me a lot longer, like looking at all the different little parts and everything. Look, this is the one thing that Lego does have over the other alternative companies is that their instructions, for the most part, are absolutely brilliant to follow. And I think that was a big help. That plus the fact that I go and download the PDF just from the Lego site, and I can put it on my second screen. And I can zoom in if I'm thinking, oh, now is that the color? Because you know how sometimes they can make sort of black parts look like dark gray or something, and you're like, now is that? It usually seems to show a little bit better, not too much, but a little bit better on screen. So, yeah.
I'm glad. The manual wasn't black for that one, was it?
I've got the manual here.
Was it black?
I was just using the PDF, but no, it wasn't.
No. That's a good manual. Look at that. Look, blue. Blue, perfect.
If it was black, I don't. Well, considering that the build itself is 99% black, I don't think having a black background would have helped at all. But anyway,
Mayo, to answer your question, no.
Hey Mayo,
hey Mayo, hey Drew, how you going, guys?
Our good buddy Andrew Thornton. G'day, Drew. Good to see you, mate.
Aussie Adam Bricks.
Check your email, Aussie Adam. You've got an invite there if you want to jump in, buddy. There's an invite sitting in your inbox.
Sun's been a pain in the ass to get to sleep tonight, apparently. My crew went down like rocks tonight. They were very good.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Which is unusual.
Yeah, no, it's no, this again, Greg, this was a fun build. This was very happy with it. But I tell you what, we had a look last night on my stream, but I've got to say, mate, I actually went back a second time and watched your car wash video.
Car wash. Yeah.
That was an awesome modification that you made. That was really cool.
No, it's done crap on traffic.
You'll get there, though.
No one cares about car washes, apparently.
Well, if you've got a Lego City, I mean, you know, every Lego City needs a car wash.
Yeah, I'm going to rebuild my service station and incorporate that into it. So
yeah, that'll go well.
I mean, I need to put. How do I wash rockets though? I need a rocket wash on top of it. Did you like the little bit in the middle where I put the how to wash the solution I came up with? Just
that was cool. Yes. Yeah. No, I thought that was really cool. I'm going to do the same as what you've done. I bought a second street sweeper, so I'm going to use the brush from the street sweeper and do a modification on my car wash because you and I've got the same set. So, you know, hopefully, if you're okay with it, I can borrow.
Anyone can do it.
Borrow some of your ideas.
That's why I did it. No, the only thing I would improve is the vertical arm, how it's locked from going too far. But I couldn't come up with a better mechanism than that for the time being. So
yeah.
But otherwise, I'm pretty happy where it came out.
Well, you should be. That was a good build. Yeah, I was impressed. It was actually nice to watch the video and how you explained it and basically built it live. Well, it's live, you know, recorded as you were going along. That was very reminiscent of, and I'm not saying that you did that on purpose, but I'm saying for me, it was very, very reminiscent of watching some of JC's videos, Small Brick City, because he often did that as well.
It's not like it was a good way because I built it and then take it apart and show you how, because that's how I did my the videos from a double decker carriage as well. Yeah, and I found that a good way to like. I don't want the picture sitting there trying to knock it out in like a day. I'd rather get it right and then show you how it went together afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
And, it's a bit like, I mean, Robin Hood Bricks, he builds his sort of in stages and on camera. I think that works well, but I'm not showing you, I've already built it. This is how it goes together.
Yeah.
Man, his box are a bit more, well, no, I've enjoyed it. Have you watched his supermarket one he's been doing recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. That was good. My next mock is actually going to be to do an alleyway behind my Sanctum Sanctorum, I think.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That's my next mock. Or I might finish this one because I started doing a little recording studio. I might just build that out into a proper little office.
Yeah.
I just thought it was fun using the last pieces of glass from the dishwasher. From the car wash. I've run the dishwasher up 4 times today because I was washing stuff for Heather from work.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Dishwashers in my brain.
Well, Mrs. Tazz is visiting family, so I've been home with the kiddies. And so we've had a washing machine on pretty much all day yesterday, doing multiple loads, and then, you know, telling the kids just do some of the, you know, help out with some of the jobs when they get their bit of pocket money and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
I think I'll be nicknaming my son Half, as he likes to, half-ass everything. So,
how to pack pick-a-brick cups.
Yeah, that's clever. I like that.
Straight in the middle. Do you know what I did? The last one I did was this one. And what I did, which I'm pretty happy with, there's like a core down the middle of it, again like this. Put parts in it and then give it a shake like that. Yeah. And it all goes down really well.
And you can fit more in.
And the guy at the Lego shop who's like the pro packer was like, yeah, no, that went well. You've done well there. If I get his seal of approval, I know I've done well.
So expert level.
Oh, they're good guys. No, I have a good chat with them. They're really nice because I went in there and I got those two minifigures, the robot repair guy and the where's he gone? Oh man, my wheelchair guy's fallen over. Here he is. The wheelchair guy. The two I wanted from Series 22 to use separately. And cool. They have them all separated out so you can just say what ones you want if they like it.
Is that Bondi or Broadway?
Broadway.
Yep.
Next time you're down here, mate, I'll take you to Broadway. They're much better.
I've been to Broadway a couple of times. But... Yeah, no, Broadway is good. I've been to Broadway a couple of times. I've been to the Bondi Junction store a few times now as well. But we like going to Broadway sometimes, depending on where we are in the city. But we found like getting access to the Broadway one was a bit easier than Bondi Junction. But I mean,
yeah, I'm not
just
fond
depends.
of the Bondi Junction one, I've got to say.
No, the only thing, the last time I was at Broadway, maybe they would just have, I might have been there on a bad stock day, but the pick-a-brick wall was pretty sad.
Oh, no, during COVID, it was shocking.
Yeah, I mean, I'd been there, what are we now? March? I think we've been there back in January this year. And yeah, it was a little bit disappointed, but it still wasn't bad. We found mostly what we wanted, but the pick-a-brick wall was just very, very sad. I still got a few things, but not, my cups didn't run over with, quality bricks. It's like, oh, well, if I get these now, I won't need to worry about them down the track kind of list. I need plenty of them.
The last two I got, they had loads of this brick, which I've already got loads of. So again, this was on the wall, which is a nice one, was the masonry brick in the sort of, what colour is it?
That sort of, I know that sort of,
or whatever it is,
Yeah.
So they had a load more of those in there. So basically the core of that is entirely those.
Nice. Yeah, when I went, they had none. They had no masonry bricks of any colour.
I'm going to do a haul on this because I may have spent a bit more than I meant to. But they had those nice curved bricks as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And then those gold fences as well. I wanted those for my sanctum. So I'm going to use them on the roof instead of the black ones.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, my when I said, there was no masonry bricks or anything when I was at Broadway. So I mean, next time I'm in town, I might give you a buzz.
And if you ask them, they've got 2 drawers of extra bricks as well.
Ah, okay. Good to know.
Quite often.
Yes.
I was going to go there today because they had buy one get one 50% off on cups.
Oh. Never seem to do that when we're there.
Sorry,
You're lucky. You're lucky.
Yeah, mate.
But yeah, no. Wanted to get the chance, and I know it's been a little bit of a wait, but I have seen some of his updates. Wanted to definitely send a shout out and big loads and loads and loads of support to our good buddy, or we know him as Mike, and plenty of other people know him as Mike, but also as Dr. McBrick.
The doc!
The good doctor. From what we've been able to, from what he's been telling us, he's the road to recovery is certainly, he's got a ways to go, but seems to be doing really well so far. From at least the last update and last chance of catching up with him, which has been a little while. I was wanted to catch up with him a bit more in the last few weeks, but due to other events, it was sort of something that when I'd think about it, it was like really late at night or very early in the morning. And but yeah, he's definitely been in our thoughts. You and I, Greg, we've had the chance to catch up with him backstage, and always a fun guy to hang out with for sure. So definitely on the road to recovery, Dr. McBrick. But we're all thoughts are with you, buddy.
Sorry about my disco lights. I've got a strip of LEDs I put up here, and I can't get them to go on to white.
So we need that remote control that's got the buttons on there for you.
It does have a remote control. It doesn't want everything I want. I was actually only trying to turn up the brightness.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been for those wondering, I'm doing a bit of a fix up on this is the fairground mixer from a while ago.
Jesus, that's blinding. Can you see now?
Yes. I've been mucking around with the fairground mixer. I've done all the main stuff. I just now going back and making basically all of that. So bag one, for some reason I skipped bag one when I was doing the rest of the set. So I'm going to go back and work on bag one.
I joined you this week.
Oh, nice. Yes. Now, what do you think of that helicopter? Reminiscent of our, Lego's shit helicopters that we've looked at previously. What do you think of that one, though?
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible. The only thing that I would have liked to have seen was actual sides to the helicopter, because
I was going to say, yeah, that. And I don't like the that bit there. Those two hollow bits. What the hell is that?
That's
weird.
I was a little bit let down. I still wanted it because I thought it was better than the one that came with the hospital set for this year. Yeah. But
totally 100%. That's why I got it. So I think that is going to be somehow improved. Also, I'm going to try and get rid of that massive gap between the frame and the door back here, because that would terrify passengers. Not to mention the fact the sides are open, as you say.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's that they've made it, nice and snug and cozy for the helicopter pilot and the offsider, but for the patients who, you want to give them a bit of comfort as well. It's like basically they may as well be on like a helicopter from MASH, be on a little stretcher. Hanging off the side of the bloody skids, just
when it lands, they get put on the back of a Willys Jeep.
Yeah. I was a bit let down with the helicopter. I thought, they've had the perfect opportunity there to like that the fire station. You remember the fire helicopter from what was that? Was that last year or year before? That one was better. Closed
other
off.
Helicopter transport from about 3 or 4 years ago was really good.
Yeah, it was, and that I just think that the helicopter this year was a letdown.
And then you've got this one. This is one of their best helicopters, I reckon. This one. This is a cracking helicopter.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's awesome.
I've got 2 of this set. I'm considering selling the second one, but it's so good. I feel like even the stickers are good on this. There's like lots of scope to do stuff with this one.
Might have to see how much you're willing to part with the one if you're thinking of selling the other one.
$1 million.
What about mates rates?
All right, 999,000.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You got to love a bag one when bag one stretches over 4 bags. It's like,
I don't think I've got the brain capacity to do. May I got buy 2 get 1 free pad cups late last year. So that's about the same. So buy 1 get that. Well, exactly the same. Buy 1 get 1 50% off is the same.
Yeah.
Back in 2 seconds.
And I see, I saw an ad on Facebook recently promoting the return of Lego Masters for this year, or Lego Masters Australia. So that should be good.
They suck.
Well.
Yeah. My iPad's low on power. Ugh. See how long this lasts. Might be changing to do something else in a minute.
I suppose I should try and get a start on this bag.
When's the next season of that?
Well, like I said, I saw the promo and it just said starting soon. So, you know, salient details and all. But it should be good. Looks hopefully you know, there's no, hopefully they stick to the original formula where there's no real drama. It's just concentrate on the builds.
Not using hopefully the American formula that sucks.
Yes. Yeah, you hear a few people commenting on when they see our show and some of the other shows from other countries, and then the US one seems to, you know, get a bit more crazy. Yeah.
Even what's his face is a rubbish presenter. Really don't like it.
Oh, like I was sort of, I always thought that, you know, at least having the voice of Lego Batman, it sort of had some level of relevancy to the show when we get basically a comedian who's hosting the show. And yes, we get, you know, Brickman as the judge, but, you know...
a comedian who's not that funny.
Well...
Sorry, Henry.
Yeah. But... And look, even Will Arnett, I mean, again, the hosts don't really, you know, get all that involved because of, well, it's more to the contestants, but, you know, I thought, well, at least, you know, whoever was doing the casting for the show thought, let's see if we can get someone maybe who's got, you know, that sort of level of celebrity status, but maybe had some tie in with Lego somewhere along the line. And sure enough, getting the voice of Lego Batman, I thought that's a good move.
I think Hamish has improved over the seasons, but
yeah,
I'm not his biggest fan in that show. I'm afraid. I think they could have been better.
Yeah, I've sort of been the same, but I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, compared to how he was in season 1 to, you know, ending out season 3, and then when they did the Christmas special, I enjoyed the Christmas special. I thought that was really good.
I thought Bonnie was excellent. Oh, I mean,
yeah, but was her name Brooke? I think. Yeah, Brooke was good. Oh, yeah. You were thinking of Sophie Monk.
No, God no.
Bit of eye candy.
Is she?
Well,
I wouldn't call her that, sadly. Sorry, controversial. Shouldn't be.
But
saying
hey, they got Scotty Cam from the block. We love Scotty. Scotty's awesome.
Who the man?
Wasn't bad. But yeah, we'll see how we go this year anyway for season 4, and then season 5. So will they do a season 6? Don't know if Channel 9 will take it on again after season 5. We know that they secured season 4 and 5, but you just don't know.
It's got to be one of their best performers, but yeah,
it seems to have done well so far.
I keep getting those ads for a night with Brickman. Have you had those?
Yeah.
How expensive?
Yeah, you know, if it was a birthday thing, and if I wasn't getting the expensive set that I know that Mrs. Tazz secured recently.
Which one?
The 1989 Batmobile.
Oh, right, yeah.
So basically, like as will say, the UCS Batmobile, but it's a kick-ass set. Yeah. When she told me she found a really good deal, I'm like, yeah, grab it because I don't think you're going to get it any
You
better
should
than
point
that.
her in my direction if she's looking for deals.
Well, that's what, like, I'd even said to her, I said, oh, I have to tell GJ about that one. Yeah, I think she was able to get it, was it just under 300?
Yeah, that's not bad. I'm trying to remember what I paid.
Like, it's a decent size set too. It's not like it's a little one. It's
I think I paid like $250.
Yeah. Was that? But that was what, around when it was released.
No, that was last year sometime. It was an impulse purchase because it went on good sale.
Yeah. I mean, look, even
I was always going to buy, but
well, it was 300 including freight. So because there wasn't originally free, you know, it wasn't like it was, you know, a smaller price plus the freight. That was including shipping.
I think I get mine. I think I got mine from Target, and because what I do with Target is I do their click and collect, which is excellent.
Yeah.
Saves you on the postage.
Our nearest Target anyway didn't have it.
Yeah, but if you do the click and collect online, they ship it to the store.
Well, even for our nearest store, it's a trip. Like we would use that probably $50 in fuel. Well, especially now with fuel prices.
And that's on your bike.
Yeah. So, but no, look, I'm happy. I'm happy to have that set. It's one that
absolutely.
It's one that I won't build for a while because I've got really nowhere to. I've got no room for it as much as I love it. That's why I bought the smaller tumbler, because it's like, well, I can fit that somewhere. The fact that I was able to get it for, what was it, $69 or $60? I think ended up paying for it. I was happy with that. I'm like, it's small, I can fit it.
I mean, when you redesign your lighthouse again, you could put the back cave under it.
I like what you did with yours, though. That was clever.
Oh, what? The cave underneath?
Yeah.
That was how I did my original one.
Yeah, but then you added, was it Brothor's bloody, you know, apartment or whatever. I liked how you integrated that into it as well. I thought that was very clever. And I liked your outdoor thunder box, even without the level of privacy. But let's face it, unless you've got the lighthouse right in the middle of your city, I doubt you're going to have too many people, you know, out there with a pair of binoculars waiting for someone to use the outdoor thunder box. So,
Oh, we've got Pandemonious Panda in here now. Hello.
G'day.
It's quite night tonight.
Yeah.
Moved from Friday and there's less people.
Well, I think daylight savings too, Greg.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
Not for us yet. We've still got a little bit of a, what is it, the first weekend in April we kick out a daylight savings this year.
Daylight savings. I'd rather it was bright in the evening than the bloody morning.
Yes, agreed.
It's miserable. I can leave home and it's dark, that's fine. But leaving home and leaving work and it's dark just makes me sad.
Yeah, not a fan. Like I was saying, I used to work in underground mining, and you know, because it was 12-hour shifts, so we'd go down into the tunnel and go into the mine itself. Like, you know, we'd start at 6 a.m. in the morning, and back where I was back then, it was dark in the morning. Like, we were going down into the actual underground mine and it was dark outside, and then obviously it's dark inside, and then coming back up to the surface it was dark, you know, because it'd finish at 6 o'clock at night.
God.
And there was times where, like, even if you did that for like 4 or 5 days in a row, it was honestly Groundhog Day, because the mine had on-site accommodation, so it was honestly Groundhog Day, and like you could easily lose track of what day it was. No problems at all. Like when you're up in the morning, so you're up at 5 a.m. or 4:30 that morning, have your breakfast, get yourself woken up, get yourself to some sort of awake status. And then, you're actually going down into the mine itself, and it's dark. And then, you come back up to the surface at the end of your shift, and it's dark outside. It took me a long time to get used to that, and you almost felt like you were on another planet. It was that.
I was going to say, you imagine how astronauts feel.
Yeah, it honestly felt that way, because you felt so disconnected from the world. Because it was just constant darkness. It was terrible.
Well, at least astronauts get to see the sun.
Well, yeah.
Like on a technical note, did they have like anything like my friend's mum, who politely was a very miserable person at the best of times, suffered from the seasonal affective disorder, SADS, as it's called, and she had a special light she used.
Yep.
Did they do anything like that for you? Like, they had a special room with like some UV lights or whatever to try and...
Not at the mine I was at. But I mean, every now and then we would have to go back up to the surface for something, if we were, depending on back then when we used to do, when they would do the blasting in some mines now, because you're far enough away from it, you can remain underground, which is a scary thought by itself. But anyway, put that aside, there were times where we would go back up to the surface, or they would do a shift, or they would do blasting at a shift change, or depending on something, they would kick us all out of the tunnel, and we would be back up and on the surface, and it'd be in the middle of the day or something like that, and then you'd go back down in and it's darkness again. So
you're all like looking at it going, what's that in the sky?
Yeah, you'd look up and go, oh wow, oh that's right, it is daylight out. It was so disorientating. Like it really screwed up your perspective on just day and night. Like, oh, it's crazy. But an experience, not one that I'll ever do again. But it was truly an experience. And the deeper that you go, the warmer it gets. I
considered doing something in mining, because I've got a degree in civil engineering.
Yeah.
So it would have been quite well paid if I had.
Oh, for sure. And that's the thing, it's not. I mean, I'm not trying to discourage anyone from who wants to look at doing mining, because or even underground mining. It's, a lot of people that I knew there was no fear at all. Like, I was shit scared, terrified most of the time, but most of them wasn't even an issue. That so far underground that if something happened, your chances of survival were pretty bloody slim.
I was going to say, just look at those two guys in New Zealand, wherever it was.
Well, I mean, look at Beaconsfield, and I mean exactly with with what happened there. Unfortunately, there was a life lost as well. But yeah. Now the one thing on that, I've actually been to the mine. They have like a museum section, and they actually have recreated just the trying to think of the best way to describe it, but they've
the tiny pit of hell that they had to live in for a week.
Yes, yeah, they actually they actually recreated that to a point, and oh yeah, absolutely terrifying, and it was very much an awakening to what happened and just how lucky those two were. But anyway, yeah, it's still an amazing experience going down into underground mining. But if you constantly, like, it takes you a little while to get rid of those jitters of every time you're looking at a wall or something like that, or you hear the faintest of sound, you think that something's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Don't want to be like that mine in America where they the oil. Oh, was it they were drilling oil above the mine? No, they were drilling for oil in a lake above the mine, and they got their location wrong. and they ended up puncturing one of the tunnels for the mine.
Yeah.
And they drained the entire lake into the mine tunnels.
Yeah. It's like, oops. Oopa days. Yeah.
Hey, boss, is that whirlpool supposed to be there?
That's an interesting water feature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've just made exploring the lake a lot cheaper.
Scary though too. But yeah, apart from that, yeah, interesting experience for sure.
Where was the mine?
Which one?
The one you were working at.
It was in northern. Well, sorry, not northern. It was in Western Queensland. It's a mine that's no longer in operation, but yeah, it's up in Western Queensland. Very.
If you're going to work in a mine, make sure it's in something that's going to last, like metal for batteries.
Oh, I mean, it had been going. I think it started operations. It's been a long time since I've had anything to do with the mining industry. But I know that when I was a kid, the mine was very active, and then when I got to obviously adult age where I could go and work there, it wasn't starting to wind down its operations, but it was getting to the point where they were starting to run out of. The main mine itself didn't have much life left in it, and then they were constantly trying to drill for new exploration sites and that. But they'd been doing that and in the area, and they hadn't had a huge amount of success. So, not enough for them for the amount of money they'd have to invest to get to the minerals. But yeah, it was something that I can say that I've done, but will happily never do again. I was shit scared, terrified most of the time. Actually, it was anyway. Am I reading it right? Is it Gecko Studios there in the chat? Hello, how are you?
G'day, Gecko Studios, and Shane Hart as well.
G'day, Shane. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well, mate. You're Shane was sending me a message. He said he missed one of my recent streams, but yeah, send a message. Yeah, good to see you, Shane. Hope you're well, mate. And
Shane's saying about building a mine into his city.
Nice.
They've got that big mining set from a few years ago on clearance from Maya. Yeah, you get Maya clearance.
Oh wow. Yeah, the one that's got the drilling
machine, and loads of people had that on clearance. Like Big W, I think, had it on an even better clearance for ages. It just didn't seem to go. I almost bought a second one because I couldn't stand looking at it.
That was a cool set.
It was good. It was good fun. It was a fun build. Huge.
Yeah. You're welcome, Shane. No worries at all, mate. Thank you for your support, buddy. I appreciate it.
Ah, damn it. My iPad died.
Ah.
So I'm going to back up the phone.
Well, we got some more minifigs now. Well, that's cool. The set came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What was it? 10 minifigs. Yeah, that's not bad. Not a bad minifig count.
Because that set wasn't that expensive when it came out, either, was it?
I want to say, like was it around the $200 mark?
Yeah, which makes you want to cry now.
Yeah. I'm thinking it was a little bit more like 220 to like anywhere that sort of 220, 260 maybe. I know it was under $300, but when we got it, it was under 300. But yeah, cool set. I just got to have fun putting the minifigs together. Yay! Oh, the teddy bear. My son loves these teddy bears. He loves them. You can't get enough of them. It's cool. Good on you, buddy. But yeah, So what's your next project? Well, I know you're working on the boutique hotel there at the moment, but what's your
I've got the hospital to build.
I've got that as well. Yeah.
And obviously the helicopter.
Yeah.
I've got Lego to sell. I realise my Tower Bridge is worth quite a lot of money now.
Yeah, that's gone up.
I don't want to sell it, but like I need to.
Yeah.
I probably my next. Well, I want to do some more work on my city and get some progress going there. My next mob is actually going to be an alleyway behind my Sanctum Sanctorum, which goes right up to the edge of the Ghostbusters HQ.
Yep.
I was hoping those parts I ordered from Lego had shipped by now, but God knows what they're doing. Because that would have... I got parts so I could actually build out my roads and curbs properly.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of irritating because I really want to... And I got some more stuff, more tiles to do the cycle path as well.
Yeah.
So just a bit annoyed about that. But anyway, I know they're busy. I think like you said, I might have hit the problem of... it was right between them swapping systems, like when they were combining the two systems. I ordered quite late.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's that.
Possible. I know that when the last part order I did, which I ordered, what was it in just, I want to say it was before January, and I didn't get it until, that's right, it was, I think we ordered it just before or after Christmas, and I didn't get it till the end of July, and that was like, yeah, that was, but they said it was COVID. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Brett's builds in the chat.
Tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, their customer service is great though. Like, I was very friendly with them. I wasn't pissed off at them because it's not their fault. You know, they're just in the call center, but you know, they seem fairly happy to hand out you know, like $25 worth of VIP points or something like that. And even though, you know, I wasn't asking for that, it was more just saying, look, guys, all I want to do is confirm whether or not insert name of good old postal service here. See if whether they've lost it or not. That way, then if they have, then just send it out again and we'll hope for the best, you know.
Mine hasn't even left the warehouse yet, so...
Yeah, that's the one thing I noticed when I did my last part order. It left because it came from like the initial tracking, which is like through DAI shipping. So you get sent that really long, massive tracking number that doesn't work with, like, you know,
no
Australia.
One recognizes.
Well, DAI shipping does, but if you punch that in on Australia Post website, it's going to come back and go, but
I was going to say the Lego's website comes back with it as well.
Yeah, it does. But DAI shipping, I could see that it left London like within not even a couple of days. It was just shy of 48 hours of the order being placed. It left London, and for the rest of the time, it sat in the warehouse. It was either in Sydney or Melbourne. I think it actually sat in Sydney. It was nearly, I want to say, close to at least 5 and a bit weeks. I was nearly to the point of going, look, can you just tell me where the warehouse is? We'll happily drive there. They can go and find the bloody parcel and we'll just take it home with us, you know. But anyway, it doesn't work that way. But
Lego has changed from using toll as well now, finally.
Okay.
They're using DHL instead now, apparently.
Yes, but so in Australia at least, so this is not, for those in other countries, probably ignore what GJ and I are saying at this particular point, because in Australia, because I had the same discussion with Lego customer service when I was waiting for my last part order. DHL, at least when it gets into Australia, they switch over to, for residential customers, like so you and me, they switch over to Australia Post. Because DHL, at least at the moment in Australia, and this is only what I was told by Lego customer service. Whether it's 100% hunky-dory or not, I don't know. But what they told me was that DHL won't deliver directly to like residential customers. They will to businesses, but not resi. So then that's why it goes through Australia Post. So anyway,
not good enough for them,
hey. However, now that could have changed because that was a while since I'll say a while, but it was, you know, a little bit of time there when I did that part order to now. That's what it was, I think, back then. Anyway, Brett, check your Instagram. I think I sent you a link to your Instagram, buddy, or Messenger. If
I did as well.
Yeah.
Bread. I've misplaced the part because I forgot to put a part on something I was meant to do it on, and I've put the spare part somewhere else, and I can't find it now. And I can't find a spare part. It's probably the one. This is the container I dropped the other day that had 1 million small pieces in it.
Yeah.
It's the one I just cannot be bothered to sort. Do you have one of those containers?
Yes.
Or several of those containers.
Yeah, I've got a whole heap of these sort of ones, just full of random parts that I haven't even got to yet.
Yeah, another one. this one's got a chicken in it.
Oh, there you go. I am missing one of them. Maybe I did this. Oh.
My kids recently realised what pork and chicken were.
Oh, yeah.
And they were conflicted about eating meat. They've gotten over it, though. They've gotten over it.
Yeah.
What the heck did I do with this part? Damn it. Oh, there's yeah.
Just have to excuse me just for a moment. I'll be back in a jiffy.
Okie dokie. And so what killed me was Click and Collect came along. Prior to that, you were going to Kmart lots, but as I had no credit card to pay, yeah, I like Click and Collect. Click and Collect's great. I use the Target one a lot. Target one's really good because you can just get it delivered to any store. And I find the Kmart one a bit annoying because you can Click and Collect as long as that store has it, but they don't ship to that store to do the pickup. That would be great. But anyway, can't have everything. No, Kmart one's really good because I get quite a lot of Kmart their prices tend to be more, not Kmart, Target, their prices tend to be a bit higher. But when they do sales, my goodness, they're good. Make the most of those. Diddle-diddle-dee. And you paid 145. Are you talking about the Mindset? That was a good set. Still got that mostly intact. I would really like to incorporate that somewhere in my city. Really like that set. Just not sure where. Maybe I'll put it under the residential area. The residents would love having a mining area underneath them. Right next to where the high-speed trains come out as well. That'd be good. Yeah. Can't see what could possibly go wrong there. Oh, up to the fiddly bit of the boutique hotel, building the bit around the windows. I just pulled a piece off. No, I'll put that in a minute. Building the trim around the windows here. It's quite a lot of parts go into that. A couple of mud flaps and some 1x2 and 1x1s. But it does look very neat, got to say. Where to next? Oh, that window. Oh, hey, Adam. All right, cool. Oh, dropping stuff. It's a very quiet night tonight. Where is everyone tonight? Sunday. G'day, mate.
Hey.
What's happening?
Just the usual. Took a while to get my son down to sleep and to lug him off to his own bed.
Now, when he's gone to sleep, does he stay in his own bed most of the night, or do you get interrupted midway through the night?
Last night he stayed in his bed all night. It sort of depends. He because he's such a deep sleeper, he still occasionally wets the bed. If that happens, he'll hop in with mum or hop in with me. So
yeah,
he's progressing to be in the bed a lot more himself, which is great.
Yeah, I wish my youngest and middle one are shockers for not staying in bed at the moment. Every single night.
It's
exhausting.
Yeah, I've played that game for a while. Lucky Job's only just starting to. Yeah, he's finally got there, which is good. To it. How
old is he?
It's taken a fair bit of work.
How old is he?
He's 8.
Oh, right. Okay.
He's got some additional needs, and because we have to medicate him to get him to sleep, he sleeps so soundly, and he often gets through because he's just once he's out. But yeah, we're just glad that he's. Sorry, GJ, you go, mate.
So, can I have some of that medicine for my kids?
It's I try and think of what it's called. It's the natural supplement. It's the sleeping one. People in chat probably will remember it. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh gosh.
We give them Phenergan sometimes, but hasn't really.
If you give me a moment, I'll.
Oh, don't worry, mate. Tell me afterwards. No.
That's the one we give him. Yes.
Phenergan. Yeah. Find it quite. Yeah, we the first time we used it was on a flight to New York, and we hadn't tested it beforehand. We were like, well, if they're awake on the flight, that's fine. We'd rather try it and it not work than we try it and then try it and because it's like have the opposite effect, can't it? With some kids. Have you heard that one?
That's right.
So,
yes, I have. With a drug we trialed with my son just to chill him out so he was a bit more receptive. At school, it had the opposite effect.
Oh.
And he was bouncing off the walls. So, yeah, it affects kids differently.
Yeah. I have to try Phenergan again. Just look at me so bloody strangely at the chemist. Like, oh, you have to like. It's like you feel like you're on trial when you ask for it. Like, you try having 3 children that don't sleep. See how you like it.
We're able to get. Yeah. We're able to get it in a liquid form. Where we are, our GP who works with my son as a part of the paediatrician, and we've got a few other people that help him out. Yeah, he recommended it, and since we've been using it on him, it's just been a game changer. It's meant that we had sleep.
Yeah, nice. Glad it works for you. That's what you want to hear. Yeah, I might give ours another try with it. See if it helps. It's just so exhausting every night. And then they wake up a couple of times as well, wanting something.
Yeah. It sounds like it's worth a try, GJ.
Yeah.
The chemist we got, because the initial doses weren't working super well, we were able to get more concentrated form of it.
That would make sense.
That was one of the ones where we needed a script through our GP, I think.
Yeah. Because it's basically an antihistamine, isn't it? That's what it is. That's what Phenergan is. It's basically the sleepy bit of antihistamines.
So,
anyway, we're not talking about Lego. Hey, your 18 mock that's on Instagram. Anybody who has seen Adam on here before was working on an 18 BA Baracus mock, and you put a picture up the other day on yeah, it looked awesome. Have you done the interior now? Or you going to do the interior or not bother?
No, doing the interior. I've managed to complete most of it. I just need to do
yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
getting there.
It's getting there. This is the top floor. I've got a couple of bunk beds, a couple of dodgy magazines, and there's a little area for the entrance, and where I initially got the idea from, the I'm trying to think of the game which had B.A. Baracus on Mr. T. There's a piece, I'll try and point to it. There's a piece from the mini car. You may see it next to the A. There's the A upside down. Here we go.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You can sort of see it next to the blue railing.
Yeah.
I thought I'd pop that in there. What I've got is here's the car, or the van, I should say.
I need that one.
Yes. Nice. And what I was able to do is to get those red hubcaps like they are in the movie. I actually used the original wheels, but I was able to do a little bit of a dodgy using the small wheel, and then adding the tyre and just placing that on top.
Crafty.
Ah, cool.
So, because I wanted that red hubcap, and I wanted to keep some bits and pieces from the original little van that I had with I forget the game. It was which didn't last very long.
Yeah, I'm drawing a
on the
blank
tip
on
of
that
my
one.
tongue. there was in the game you got the A-Team van, and you got Mr. T.
That's cool.
That's what started it all off for me. I wanted to do something, and I wanted to do a different sort of like secret police type of thing for my city. And once I did decide to get the police station, I was keen to add a vehicle next to the with the police station and a garage for it. So
had a bit of a lawless element.
that's exactly right. But eventually, once I do a little bit of a city update, you'd be able to see a few bits and pieces that I've added.
Sorry, I'm just checking in my instructions here because I think my darling children have removed part of this set.
Bummer.
I haven't even finished building it and they've already destroyed it. That's why I don't let them in here.
So,
Oh, maybe not. No, they're lucky they haven't.
That's the one. Okay.
Did you watch the A-Team movie, the one with Bradley Cooper and those guys?
yes, I did. I loved it.
I thought it was an excellent movie, and I can't believe they didn't make a sequel to it.
Well, there was a sequel in the works, but from reading up on why it wasn't actually made, the initial movie didn't make enough money, apparently.
What?
Yeah, I was quite surprised. I thought it would be popular, but apparently not enough.
I mean, I confess I didn't see it till it was on Blu-ray.
Okay.
And then I got it in the sales.
Yeah,
I didn't go this cause.
I think the general consensus was it was a good movie, but it wasn't a great movie to sort of get a series of more movies.
Hmm.
It just didn't have the vibe, Adam.
Yeah. The vibe of it. Oh, yeah. I think you're right, Taz. It's lacking that vibe. A bit of a few more Australian actors in there than they might have been, all right?
Yeah. Oh,
There were no Australians in the.
I mean, The Castle, The Dish. Yeah, two great movies. Just
yeah.
fun. Brick Allen. G'day, Brick Allen. Miss Bricks is in the chat. G'day, Lee. Hope you're well, mate. Good to see you. Currently trying to get these minifigs sorted out from the Fairground Mixer set. I've got a feeling I may have already raided some of the minifigs out of this set back when I was building it. Oh no, there's a few other bits and pieces there. It's okay.
One thing
well, I was lazy. I completely skipped bag 1 altogether when I was doing this set.
So one thing I've got to do this week is I've got a lighting kit for my Ecto 1.
Oh,
so it's
hey,
like the full fancy lighting kit that's got like strobes that work.
Oh, you're gonna have to show me that because not that I'll be building mine anytime soon, but I'm definitely keen to see that, Greg.
The Light My Brick one. It's got a remote control and everything.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell me off stream if you want, but I can probably venture a guess at the cost of the lighting kit. I want to say above $70.
No, actually. Hang on. Because they do like a couple of versions of it.
Okay, yep. That's that one.
Just a quick question for you, Taz.
Yes, sir.
I've picked up another one of these. They're on clearance at my Kmart at the moment for $8.
Yeah.
Were you able to grab one of these?
There you go.
Oh, you got one.
Yeah.
Found
one. I thought I sent you a message. Well, I'm hoping I did. Maybe it was a little while ago, but I think I did still send you a message saying, "Hey, just letting you know I found it." But it's cool. The kids love it.
Good.
Yeah, probably worth holding on to though, especially for the chicken, like the chicken suit and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'll hang on to him, because they're clearing them out for $8 at the moment.
Oh, cool.
So I grabbed a couple.
Bad. Yeah.
And at my store we had some of these.
Ah, yes.
So I was able to find them, and they were not $6, $5. So I grabbed a couple.
Yeah.
It's I've been told they've been hard to find. It's the first time I've seen them in a Kmart. But I got the Trash Panda.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Which is I'm pretty happy with that one. And I also got this guy.
Oh, that's awesome. That's going to be a popular one too.
But no, that's good, Taz. I'm glad you got able to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the kids definitely the kids have been enjoying mucking around with them.
Yeah. In our household, this big kid's been enjoying it. To be honest with you, my son hasn't been playing with it that much. It's more me. So.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I've seen a few people light up the Ecto ones. It's that's cool though. Oh, I've got to do that with ours.
Just killed my computer. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. Cinnamon. That's what I want. I think this is the one I've got.
Wow.
That's cool.
I'm sure they licensed that music too.
Oh, sure. Yes, no copyright strikes there for your channel, Greg.
No. I've got monetization turned off on this video tonight. So.
Well, there you go. Safe then, buddy. It's very cool though. Like, I definitely want to do that with ours.
I was going to say that full kit is $102.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I should do that this week.
So that's not the kit you got, or is that the one that
no,
you did?
I think that's the kit I've got.
Okay. So I'm missing a few maybe by the looks of it.
Got to watch Back to the Future as well before April the 1st.
I was going to say, well, your the DeLorean. It's I did have a look at some of the images. I looked at the video. Because I am a fan of. It'd be nice to round out like a little bit of it. Like, I'm not trying to be a completionist, but it'd be nice to have some of those sort of slightly bigger builds to have on display, like the Ecto One, the DeLorean, and have some of those slightly sort of bigger vehicles, and put them on display somewhere. It'd be nice to do that.
Yeah, I've got them above my desk, but like I need to take some apart because I haven't got room.
Yeah, I've got limited shelving space in my room, and I wanted to because I want to build the Harley that I've got as well, and put that on display, and the Harley set, the 2018 Fat Boy, and then the Ecto One, and then the 1989 Batmobile, and probably the DeLorean. I think I'm going to end up getting it. Like, if not, I'll I'm sure Mrs. Tazz might like it as well. So I'd say we'll probably end up getting it at some point. Yeah, it's a cool set though. Sounds very Harry Potter-ish type music.
Or does Harry Potter sound Back to the Future-ish? Given Back to the Future was out first.
Ah.
But this video...
Yeah.
Did you watch this video in the end?
Oh, yeah.
Because there was a point we need to discuss in this video.
Yes.
This bit.
Yes. Easter egg.
Well, there's a few people sort of suggesting that maybe that's the castle that's coming out later this year.
Yeah.
If it is, I'd be very happy with that.
Fan of Lego Phil says he should be more excited. You're not excited about that? I'm on the fence about, is it a launch day set or is it one to try and wait and see? Is it going to be like an exclusive Lego only set, or is it one that's going to come out at some other retailers in the future?
Yeah.
Because the Ecto 1's come out at other places, and every other creator card has. So
yeah, it's I don't know,
but I want it.
I mean, you know, Lego knows how popular the castle theme's been, and even that the Creator 3-in-1 castle certainly got some, you know, what's the word? Like within the community, it sort of created that bit of a buzz again about the castle themes.
Yeah, I've still got that boxed.
Yeah, when I wanted to get around to building, I just it's
thankfully I haven't seen
now.
it any cheaper than I paid for it, so otherwise I'd be annoyed. It was actually a set that went on sale quite quickly.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was quite quick.
Just a little bit lacking in the minifigs as well, though. But I mean, but again, plenty of people were saying that, you know, you don't often get many minifigs in the Creator 3-in-1 sets. Like, you know, they're usually not minifig heavy. But I think for the castle, would have been great if they made a bit of an exception there. Yeah, it would have driven the price up a bit more. But I think for the fact of what it was, being a 3-in-1 castle,
or at least sell one of the minifigure packs.
Oh yeah, that'd have been good.
Because then they'd have got people who like have castle stuff like Brett who don't want to buy the new set.
Yeah.
And then they'd have had existing people, or the people who bought that set who, I wish it had more in it.
Yeah. Interesting though. Because wasn't there a bit of a rumor going around about Friends was going to be putting out a castle and that as well? Yeah, I don't know whether or not that's been cancelled now. I know at one point there was talk about it.
Nobody likes Friends stuff.
Last I heard of that was a false rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a false rumor.
Missing.
Lego Phil says he's driven a DeLorean. He said it was a terrible car. It was a brave car. Someone's restarted making them again, haven't they? Someone bought the designs for it and they've started making them again, I believe.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go.
Or the factory, or something like the factory had a load of parts left over, so someone bought all the parts and started making them again. So,
oh wow, okay.
Hopefully, with some improved innards and possible outwards, from what I've heard. Pretty cool car, but yeah, definitely needed some modifications to make it amazing.
Do you think you'll definitely get the Lego one, Greg?
I don't know. I'm on the fence. Like I said, I might wait till I want it, but at the same time, like I've got the Jurassic Park set on order in April already.
Yeah.
Like, can't really justify it. I might have to wait until it goes on sale somewhere else.
I've had to push back on getting mine for now. I will get it, but just yeah, have to delay it just for a little bit. But that's okay.
It reminds me quite a lot of the Aston Martin actually, which I've got up here. That was I bought that because it was on sale at Toys R Us, and I've got to say, it surprised me how good it was.
Yeah.
It was much better than I was expecting. It would have been nice if it had steering and things, but otherwise, it was really good. Oh, I've left that video. Sorry, should have got rid of that. Where's it gone? Remove. Sorry, didn't mean to leave that up.
No, you're on, man.
The DeLorean can only do 80 miles an hour, apparently. I'm sure, but in the movie, it was probably actually only doing about 40 as well. It's never going as fast as it actually says, is it? High-speed chases are generally slow things with some fancy camera angles to make it look like it's going fast. I don't know. So you think you're going to get it, Taz, but just not straight away?
Yeah, not straight away. Again, just at the moment, having to redivert sort of even some of the Lego funds at the moment. I'm just, due to the recent experiences, probably going to have to look at moving over to some like metal shelving and stuff like that, just to prevent having to throw out damage. Like, yeah, sure, the insurance covers stuff, but sort of I'm trying to plan ahead a little bit. I don't know how well it's going to work, but looking into it at the moment, so I'm sort of putting a pause on buying Lego just at the moment to be able to start to explore some options and just see what I'm going to be in for. Like, I don't want to go, the cheapest option, because it's never usually the best option. I also don't want to go the highest option as well. So I'm sort of trying to find that mid-range. So that's where I just need to be careful. So having to look at moving away from timber shelf or timber storage options, which is mainly what I've got at the moment. Looking at moving to at least stainless steel metal framing, at least for the ground part and the sides, just to try and reduce the fact that, if it happens again, as you know, with stainless steel, it's far more, it's more versatile. It's more, obviously a clean out would need to happen again, but it's not like I'm throwing the shelving away. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be contaminated from water or anything like that, and it's not going to get moldy. And if any mold does get on there, you can easily clean it off, no problems at all. Whether it's mold cleaning, like chemicals, or sugar soap always seems to be a good one to use as well. Or
vinegar, mate. The best thing to use on mold is vinegar and bicarb soda mixed together. Google it.
Yeah,
what it actually does, it makes the mold eat itself.
Oh wow! Okay, that one I didn't know about. Okay, cool. I have to check it out.
Look up the best mold treatments, because the bleach stuff. Because the trouble with the bleach approach is the mold can still be there.
Yeah,
it can actually just basically cover the mold up.
Yeah. So bicarb soda and vinegar.
Yeah, look it up. That's what I usually use, and I had some shelves out the front that had some mold on the wooden tops, and sprayed all that down, and then you just dust it off, and it's gone.
Well, I know you can buy like metal shelving and that that you've seen, not saying full warehouse level shelving, but places like Bunnings and that sell them, but they're not cheap. They are friggin' expensive.
Office Works.
Okay.
Office Works is cheaper than
some of the other places and that. Yeah, and again, it's just looking into different options. Like, if I can go something that's going to have metal framing rather than timber, like I was lucky that the actual layout table that I've got, the actual legs for the table were stainless steel, so I didn't have to worry about losing the layout table, because, and again, the water that got through was contaminated water, and it was Like we had to pull up all the carpet and everything got ripped up. The floor's been heavily deep cleaned. Like, I was using a company who, specializes in that sort of field of work where there's been, like they work on industrial sites and stuff like that, where there's contaminated spills. And, that's one of their areas of specialty, was dealing with contamination. And the fact that the water that came through the Lego room was contaminated water. It was deep clean 3 times. It was like, damn. So, I want to move away from, because I had to throw out, timber tables that I'd had for years, like that were rock solid, but the contaminant, the water that got through, we couldn't. There was bits of furniture that we couldn't save, and it's like the cheap alternative would be just to go back and buy more. Just go back to buy cheaper timber tables and shelving and whatever. But if it happens, it's not a matter of if it happens again, it's going to be when it happens again. I'm back to square one. So do I look at changing up how I go about doing it now? That way, sort of trying to future-proof a little bit for when it happens again. I don't know. That's where I'm sort of trying to, doing what I can in a situation that's not the best, without having to spend a lot of money. So,
how much of this was covered by your landlord's insurance, and how much was yours?
Well, our situation being tenant, for what our insurer would cover would be the contents. So any structural, or say like the floor cleaning, wasn't our responsibility.
Yeah.
But because the landlord doesn't live in the property or in the same town, they were happy for us to organise people that we knew, because we were trying to support some of the local businesses, because even since COVID, we've been wanting to try and support local business where we can. So we were able to get a local company who, again, with the floors, so we were able to book them in and everything. So that cost wasn't coming out of my own back pocket or anything, but it's still, it's still an expense. But the contents is obviously our responsibility. Now, any of the shelving in that, well, the shelving that was in the room wasn't, it wasn't bolted into the structure. So it was shelving that we'd bought and we had, from previous places where we lived. Yeah. So the shelving was on us, because it wasn't, a main fixture of the room or anything like that. It wasn't, built into the wall. So if it was, well, then that becomes a landlord responsibility, because that forms part of the structure. So contents was on us, which was fine. But it's still, the room needed to be gutted. So, I had to get everything out, and it was, anyway. But, you learn from these things, and that's where now I'm going, okay, well, do I just go back to cheap timber, shelving, and another little table to like a build table, or do I change it up and go to metal framing, or to the point of that if water does, or it's not if it happens, it's going to be when it happens, that I may not have to replace actual furniture. Yeah. So I don't know, it's one of those little curveballs at the moment that just trying to navigate through that. But I'm going to try your idea of, because there's one area that I've noticed just in the house that there's a tiny bit of mold. I want to try your suggestion there of the bicarb soda and vinegar. I'll give that a try.
Yeah, just look it up, mate. It's
one
of the ones I've found, and I've used it quite a lot, and it's generally been quite effective.
Yeah.
And it smells a lot nicer than the bleach too.
Yeah, yes, for sure. Yeah, Macro. Mate, on your comment there, Macro, yes, there was a couple of city sets that got, they were just unopened Lego city sets that, it wasn't any unicorns, it wasn't the Cantina or, any of the unicorn or, more expensive sets. It was a couple of city sets that, I'll say a couple, about probably 6 or 7 sets there that got, it's just like, I'm not even going to open that. So I might, I mean, look, I was very vigilant, took photos. The one good thing, at least, where especially any sets you buy online, you always get your online receipt. So it was very, kind of happily prove proof of purchase, all that sort of stuff. So there was no, shady, shonky dealings going on. It'll all be above board.
But wait, everything inside's in plastic bags.
Yeah, the actual smell alone would be enough to make you want to pack up and move. Like, that's how. Yeah. Anyway. Again, contaminated water. Yes, the plastic. I'm sure the sets. Once I open them, the sets would be okay. Or the bags and everything would be fine. But do I want to be going through trying to handle that with I really don't. Put it this way: the water wasn't clear. All right, it wasn't clear. Let's just.
Did you look at it and go, I remember eating that?
Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of, So, I mean, do I want to go through those boxes? Probably not. But yeah, and the poor old computer, it was a casualty. But again, all covered under contents insurance. So yeah, that side of it's all fine. And
you'd been meaning to flush the power unit.
Yeah. Yep. So a new it'll be new. I don't know how much better spec it will be, but it'll be new. But again, like I said in my stream last night, there are communities that suffered far worse than what we did, and there's people on my own street whose houses actually flooded out, whereas mine was mainly just a Lego room and a shed. But it's there are people that have had far worse off than what I was. So I mean, I'm not. While I'm not complaining about it, it's trying to learn from that experience. So do I move from timber to metal sort of shelving and tables and stuff to know that it's going to be easy to clean in the future, where I won't necessarily have to go and throw it away because it's been badly damaged or that sort of thing. Because no matter how much I tried to clean one of the tables, especially where the legs and that were, it was just like, no, this isn't gonna, and it would have smelt no matter what I tried. I'm just like, no, this is crap. And literally. Literally and figuratively. Even the assessor was just like, look, I know. I looked at him, I went, yeah, I know what you're going to say. And he's like, yeah. So we had contents insurance sitting there for that reason. So but places like Lismore up in northern New South Wales here, which near got bloody wiped off the map, that was devastating.
The guy I work with, parents are from there, so he went up there last week to help.
And where's his parents are okay and all that, or
it's just a mess and shit.
Oh yeah, no, it's. But again, as long as they're okay, that's important. Looking at macro. Yeah, I know. It's great breakfast conversation there, macro. But hope you're well, mate. Very good to see you, mate. Your castle mocks and stuff that you're doing at the moment with that is absolutely brilliant, mate. Very impressed with what you're doing at the moment there, macro. It's very cool.
So I think I'm going to call it a night there because I've still got to go and do something before.
No worries.
I got 2/3 of the way through cleaning our porch out the front. I need to finish that before I go to bed.
Oh, cool. Fun.
Priorities.
Yeah.
I did finish the middle floor, though, of my boutique hotel, though.
Yeah, it is a cool set. I will eventually, it'll be added onto the list of sets that I would like to get, but I wanted to get some more like the newer city sets and that first before I looked at getting the modular.
See you, Will. Yeah, it's
See you, Will. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah. I was looking at the city sets the other day and I was like, I don't really like a lot of these at the moment. There's some okay ones, but Thunder Toast. Ew.
Thunder Sure.
All right, chaps and everybody in the stream, we shall say good night.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure as always.
Good night, guys, girls, everyone.
Thanks for jumping on, Adam and Taz. Appreciate your company.
Thanks for the invite, mate. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.